afternoon, America. Welcome to Third Eye Knowledge and the guy that's about to blow your socks off. I've read some bulletins today and I don't like what I saw, and I'm worried about my governor. I'm coming out of Massachusetts, and it's time we started setting up against them. And you know who? They work in a big white house, okay? And these individuals have been taking all the PPE from the governors for the past 2 months, stashing it in the federal stockpile, and they're not administering anything. Jared Kushner's been setting up a fucking little team there to come and take that fucking PPE that comes to any state on any ports, docks, planes, and taking it back. I'm sure most of you read about a governor that smuggled goods, or governors that smuggled goods into this country. They weren't smuggled. They used that excuse to snatch up the PPE. That doesn't make any sense. Messenger, that doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense when you are the most powerful organization in this country and there's nothing stopping you from seizing total power over it. There's nothing stopping you from turning a democracy into a dictatorship. America, it's time we united against. United against for the simple reason of the health and safety and the human lives in this country. Any governor will tell you I'm right. So I get a word out now to the governors that have to go get any PPE at any time. Please stay armed, and please bring more than 3 heads with you to keep total protection while you obtain the package and bring the package back to the people. Come back safe to your people in one piece. And if you got to do what you got to do to get that package, do what you got to do. But be safe and smart about it. You're dealing with an organization for many years that wiped out numerous civil rights leaders, killed numerous people, and have showed no mercy and no remorse for it. During this pandemic, Trump has laughed at you for fucking 2 months now on daily briefings, telling you that you're in good hands and we're going to abolish the invisible enemy. No, that's not the case. Here's the case. Tell the people that it's an invisible enemy, turn them against China, and keep telling the protesters to get worse, and that way you can distract the people from your sneaky-handed way of getting into the Oval Office by November 3rd. I know the game. You ask, how do I know the game? See, I educate myself. I get my information. My sources are live. Okay, America? So you might want to take the word of advice from an individual who is not editing his videos. I don't have any likes or shares because this is underground media, which is going to be gone soon. So take this advice while we unite against. I have to say unite against because our lives and our very being of existence is at stake here. Because you have a government wanting to basically commandeer life-saving material. Why? Because if you bulldoze 50 to 60% of low-income areas and, ghettos and things like that, whatever you want to call them, where I live, for example, you could set up shop for industry and factories. And we could be an industry god by the end of 1 year. America, this is serious. I don't come at you as a fucking schizophrenic, paranoid conspiracist. I come at you as a concerned civilian. There's been some weird things happening in this country lately, and your president just wants it to get worse. He said it on Twitter numerous times. Liberate, liberate. Well, I'm liberating my people against them. I'm endorsing my governor to do whatever it takes, Mr. Baker, to ensure our safety. And if you gotta fucking snatch up a couple protesters and smash their faces into the concrete, do so. And make sure you make a statement while you're doing it. America, you're protesting the wrong people. You need to be protesting the United States government. The same government that is taking back all your stimulus money, the emergency money. The same government that people were begging to put EBT in one of these stimulus packages to feed families that were told to stay home and revoked it. The same fucking government that took $380 billion of stimulus money and gave it to the airline industry, who made over $600 billion in profit in 10 years. With our taxpayer money. What makes you think for a second that they're commandeering the PPE to dispose of it properly to every state? They're not. They're not. Call your governor, they'll tell you. Back your governors. Stay home. If you feel that your state is not ready and the numbers are too high, you have every single God-given right to keep your ass where you're at until you feel that it's safe enough for you and your family to live your lives outside of the sidewalk or backyards. Listen to your governors. Back them at all costs. Protect your communities. Anyone that comes near you saying they're from the FBI, take them out. Take them the fuck out, because they're gonna take your shit. These people aren't playing, and they're legal gangbangers, and they will take your PPE. That's why I'm saying on here, America, back your governors. You know, if you, even with your governor, you're a worker with the governor watching this, and you know your governor's going to get PPE, stop at the gun shop. Make sure your governors are armed and safe. And bring back your ladies and gentlemen in one piece at all costs. They are the leaders of your tribes. You respect them as such. If they're earning the title of leader, you give them the respect that they deserve. Protect your shit. Your federal government isn't going to do it for you because they're taking your shit and giving it to their communities and their people. They ain't giving it to the American people. The only reason why Massachusetts has what they have is because Baker had to pull some strings. I guarantee it. So back him and respect him. Stop protesting. Take your fucking problems to the White House and make that shit known. You take over our country that we built. They know what's going to happen. Because there's a handful of people that want to back them so badly. But they'll just step over your body and bury you and take your fucking identity. They don't give a shit. And once those handful of Trump supporters realize that, I hope it's not too late. Because you got a country about ready to burn. You better be on the right side when it burns. That's all I'm saying. I'm liberating my people to get the fucking conscience out there. There's something going on, and it's not for our benefit. Read the information. Go get the information yourself. I will be back on, ladies and gentlemen, later on when I come across more information, because the American people need the truth, and I'm giving it to you right now. You might want to take the sides of your governors, not your federal government. They're going to kill you, or even worse. They might be even taking over this entire country. You don't know that, America, and you need to keep your conscious eye open for the safety of your tuition, your intuition, which is in your heart that tells you, okay, this shit don't make no sense because this shit is wrong. It's wrong. You got a president ready and willing to burn everything down because he wants his power. Don't give it to him. Everybody have a safe afternoon. I will be back on with more information. Stay tuned. Peace and love.